Hey guys. Hey Caz.
Hey Ma, how are you this morning?
Well, I'm wonderful now that I got through to my T-Mobile tower trying to tell me that the tower was down. Meanwhile, when they updated my little box, they didn't put it back online. Look at Johnny Depp is in chat, girls. Oh shit.
Woohoo! Hubba hubba.
Hey Cat Eyes and Shredder, Johnny Depp, Oregon Outback. Hello, Matt. Magneta thinks that we have brains, Kaz. MonkieMar and Kaz are the best YTube with no drama. Yeah, we don't do the drama. Hey,
No.
Kathy. Hey, Betty. Hey, sweet Carolina. Olga, welcome. Never seen Olga before. So the rumor is, well, we have everything's good, guys. Wi-Fi is good. We got some things that we want to share, and Sammy going to Montana, I do not know about, but the only thing I keep thinking about is she said she was never going to leave until they found her friend. So I'm thinking that the parents are like, listen, you've said enough. They're coming after the phones. We need to get you out of here.
Mm.
Hey, Olga, you been here before? Well, welcome back.
Shredder, you've got a mega pint in your hand. I've got a mega coffee in mine.
You have a mega. Did you just say that wait. A mega co
Pint.
what? Are you
Shredder
talking
said,
about roosters?
no, she said she's got a mega pint.
Hey, Ro. Hey, Pamela. Teresa, Queen of Ocean. You heard what she said, right, Shredder?
Oh, what have I said wrong this time?
Okay, I want to start off with this article real quick, and it's something that Kaz was talking about in the last horrible non internet live that we did. I was ready to kick somebody that day. Ugh. Whew. I will never try that again to go live with my router not working off my T Mobile hotspot on my phone. I just want to come down here to everything in the capital letters. And I just want to reiterate this because I'm so. Hey, Laura. You know, everyone's talking about after parties and where they went and all of that. Like that to me, I'm not going to assume and start digging around where they went afterwards and where the phone was pinging because we're going to show you where Kaz figured out hours and hours of where that phone call pings. But this is what Kaz was talking about that day. So let's just start with this real quick. So there's just so many things that stand out that are so weird. I saw her the moment she got there, and from that moment on, we were pretty much seen together all around the party. Now, is that the part that you were talking about the other day that you found completely bizarre, like all the little added adjectives that she puts in?
Yeah.
We were drinking the same drinks, being teenagers, and throwing glow sticks in the party. A lot of people are questioning if that party with the glow sticks was even at that party that night. Because, guys, when you really zoom into that party, I mean, don't usually, like when I would go to parties growing up, everybody would have those little red cups in their hands, like what I'm drinking my water out of right now. Those little silo cups. Hello, Facebook user.
Hi, welcome.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like there's no partying
Yeah.
going on, like there's no bottles, there's no cups, just all these little extra things that she added. And then it started getting really big, I would say around 10 to 10:30. Okay. Well, if Mags did not show up with Kylie until 10:30, where was it? She makes absolutely zero sense. And
Mm.
this goes on where she says it got just blew up. I was overwhelmed and I'm a very social person. I've been to a lot of these parties. I've never been overwhelmed. I've actually been underwhelmed. But this party, it was huge. It was bigger than any party we've had in Truckee all year, a lot of years past. And then that one other part, let's just get down here. Because another thing I can't figure out is her phone supposedly gave two pings that night. One was at the a Snapchat ping and then the ping at 12:05. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sure do.
So does that mean I don't have Snapchat? I'm not even going to call one of the chitlins to ask how out of, touch I am, but so meaning a Snapchat ping, and I'm going to show you guys that part in a minute. Does that mean that somebody actually took a Snapchat and uploaded a Snapchat, or does that just mean that maybe they put a message on Snapchat? I do not know what Snapchat how it works.
It can mean either of those two scenarios now.
So basically, she turned on Snapchat and either she sent a message, she looked at something, she uploaded a picture, but she made contact with Snapchat.
Correct.
Okay. Another thing that she kept going back in the part that bothers me, I am truly convinced that Sammy is the one that texted Kylie's mother. So she says, we were talking about her texting her mom. But remember, she forgot while she forgot what she went to the car for. And then it was to drink the liquor and to text her mom.
Correct.
And this is the whole giving part right here. And then we were around there for a bit. I had asked her for a ride home when we were in the car because my ride was leaving and I wanted to stay at the party longer. And so then we ended up splitting up in the party because I wanted to go find another ride when we got back into the party after leaving the car so that we could sorry my mind is yeah, there were friendly fights going on like we had boxing gloves. It wasn't anybody that had any drama. They were enemies or anything, just friendly fights to keep the entertainment going. So how come we can't even see like a picture of this friendly boxing match?
Well, I do recall that um, law enforcement did say that they did have video of the fight. They've not released it, but I do recall in one of the press releases they did say that.
Johnny thinks that she was kidnapped and nobody saw her. I personally still do not believe that she was at the party after 10:30, 11. Hey Sandra, if Kylie is off the pond or the reservoir, the silence from the crowd doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, and it's kind of a bittersweet so far. Adventures with a Purpose have not found anything. I don't know if that's good or bad or I don't know. It's just sad.
Well, it's good in the fact that they haven't found anything. That means she's not in the waters. So.
And then this part about the boyfriend. No, there was no ex boyfriend. Her ex boyfriend was in Napa at the time, and I think he lives in Napa. He actually drove up the next day the second he heard she was missing. He's very close to the family. There was no anything, and she does not currently have a boyfriend. She's rocking the single life like we used to say. She just wanted to be open and single and have fun as a kid. Yeah, I've been in close contact with the family. Why does she call everyone kids?
Ma, she's a huge 18 years old. Come on.
Hey, Black Eagle, my fellow Mainer. She's the one that has the lobsters, Caz.
Ooh.
Hey, Pez. Hey, Teresa Cooper. Me too, Teresa. I just pray they find her.
Oh, me too.
But at the end of the day, if she wasn't kidnapped, she didn't go to the party, she left on her own. Where is she? Where
Well,
is she? Where's her car?
that's a huge question, isn't it? I mean,
That's the $1 million question.
mm, if we could only find a car, that would give a direction in which to narrow down the search area.
All right, let's check out this drive from the
Hi, Kim.
what is his name? I forgot. The investigator.
Oh, SF Investigates.
Yeah, I'll keep the volume down till we
Steve.
can talk. The drive from the party site. I'm going to keep the volume kind of low so that we can talk through it. Look at that internet going tonight. Whoop, whoop.
Yes,
Hey,
I think
Kim.
we're excited.
Yeah, Black Eagle. I mean, I'm still waiting for the pictures of Sammy during the from Kylie during that day. Maybe the cream brulee, maybe her and Mags on the way to the party. You know how kids kind of take pictures and just
Now, what he's
right,
actually
John
showing
Doe?
here,
Huh?
what Steve was just showing when you were just talking, is this is the dirt road that leads off from the main road to the campgrounds, and that flagged area where the crime tape was is the dirt road going up to the sanctuary.
Yes.
And Steve, the private investigator, is now going to drive from the start of where the road from the sanctuary goes down to the main road that where all the campground roads come off and onto the main highway.
Kaz, why is her name? Can we? Is her name Box? We'll just call her Box. Hello, Box.
Box of Milo.
Oh, it's a Milo in the Milo. Are you the Milo that everybody's looking for? Hey, E Jones. Can you imagine how dark that campsite is at night?
Oh, it would be. Unless they
Boxer
was
Milo.
I like that. Box of Milo. Unless there was a full moon that gave you even a smidgen of light, it would be horrendous. You'd have to have your headlights on full beam to get some visibility. And there's no way in a pink fit you could drive that road plastered, in my opinion.
No. I mean, and when you think about all the trees that are lined up, I don't know what kind of trees they are, some type of evergreen, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, if you're going to go off the road and trying to get out of there drunk and you drove off yourself, I'm sorry, but I don't think that you're going to make it past all those trees.
No. And there's no drop offs on this road, Steve was saying, as he's narrating, as he's going. No, Teresa,
Exactly.
unfortunately, no, sweetheart.
We do have some updates that we're going to get into. Adventures Unknown have cleared out the boat ramp and things like that, but we're going to play his video. We've got a couple things lined up. Another thing that I really found interesting between Mags and Sammy that we're going to talk about, and I do want to go over a little bit of that car show on the 4th because the last time the internet was really bad, so we couldn't even go through that. But I
Yeah.
was curious to see what kind of crowd was at the August nights on the 4th when Kylie and Kate were supposedly there.
Mm. And are we going to bring up, going to show that little thing I found about Max and Sammy, what they wear?
Yes, that's on the card too. You see it on the card, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello, Verona. Nope, I
yeah,
agree with you.
totally.
I agree, Verona. If she was drunk, as they say, she wouldn't have made it out of the car park. I don't think she would have been able to get her keys into the ignition. I think the biggest slip up was when Sammy said that she was driving from the passenger seat. Ooh, she must have some long legs. But I just wanted to check out this video that Caz had put in to see the road into the campground because I had not checked it out earlier, but I bet that's dark. Just too much ifs. So where's the rumor coming from that Sammy went to um Montana? Kaz.
um, I just saw it in chat just before we went, just as we came on live, and let me just find it. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
just
Johnny
scrolling
Depp,
up.
I get that, but with the whole sweatshirt thing, I am still convinced if they do say that Kylie was seen earlier on video, but I'm almost convinced that it was a video from her at this campground at another time maybe. I just don't feel like she was there. But then you've got that guy Ronnie. Yeah, let me touch on this real quick too. We're not going to even discuss Ronnie. I'm not going there. I feel horrible what Ikmel's going through. I do not approve of that. I will not get involved with that, and I will not comment on that. But supposedly he had friends that were out there too, which absolutely makes no sense with his time frames too. But that's a big mess that we are not getting into.
Yeah.
Hi, Misty Lane. I feel bad for.
The private investigator um, reported that Sammy and the parents went to Montana on Monday.
Yes. Yes, they do get drunk at parties. I'm just not even sure that she was at the party at this time.
I mean,
And
like I
then
said,
she wasn't. I mean, I don't. Kylie to me seems like more. Why was Kate not at the party? Was she not allowed to go? Are her parents strict? I mean, does anyone know
yeah,
why Kate didn't go to the party, or did anyone hear why Kate wasn't there? Kate Kuno.
hey, Mr. Lane. I haven't heard anything personally.
Yes, they do. We're gonna go over those bodies of water too. So that's the campground.
Yeah, that's on the highway now. So that was a pretty, you can see how slow Steve, the private investigator, had to drive. And he is sober, fully coherent in broad daylight. So if you're extremely inebriated, can hardly stand up, there is no way I can imagine a 16-year-old inexperienced driver could do that.
I think she probably would have called her mom and asked her mom to come and get her. But guys, the thing that I keep going back to and I can't understand is how did Mag's mother, Anna Larson, know? Like she's got some serious explaining to do. The comment of her knowing that Kylie was drunk and there's no way she could have driven, and if she did, there's no way she's in the water. She would have been found by now. And we know about all the sex trafficking she said on Highway 80 to Highway 89. How does she know this?
Yeah. Well, my theory on that
That
is
bothers.
my theory on that one is because they may have had one too many drinks in the past when they've been up there partying, so they know where all the cameras are. So they try and I know when I was in my younger years, you always try to take the routes home that will get you the furthest away from possible that the police might be. So you don't want to get pulled over if you think you may be over the limit as far as drinking wise.
Well, um, SF Investigates also said that the cell phone towers were dumped and that they got the information out of them.
Yeah, they got a geo um, warrant for them.
None of this makes sense, Johnny. None of this makes sense. What needs to make sense is Sammy needs to come in if there was an after party or whatever, but that's what they need to do. So let's watch the interview because I've never seen it with
Yeah,
stepfather.
Kathy, I totally agree. Having your child missing is the mother's worst nightmare.
Okay, this is the
Now to the search for missing 16-year-old Kylie.
Facebook hates me. Okay, so this is the interview with Kylie's mother and stepfather that I have never seen. I saw part of it, and I'm going to be honest, I'm glad that I knew what was kind of going on in my mind with Sammy. Like on day two, I was telling Caz, oh, something's wrong with Sammy. Because I would have probably have been honing in on the stepfather. Me too, Olga. Me too. And what I'm hoping for, it's like a bittersweet. Like you don't want them to find her in the water. You want to pray that maybe someone has her, like Elizabeth Smart or JC Dugard. I hate to say that, but my gosh, it's better than her being at the end of at the bottom of a lake.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you seen this? He has the interview with the mother and the stepfather.
Yes, I have.
Okay, I have not. So a part of it, and then I had to turn it off because I was starting to build little ideas of stepdaddy. I'm like, Mar, don't go there.
Now to the search for missing 16-year-old Kiely Rodni. It continues this morning. Kylie was last seen at an end of summer high school outdoor party at a campground in the small Northern California town of Truckee. Agencies from across California are in that area, searching that campground where the party happened as the search goes into week 2. There are local search and rescue teams, which include her high school friends who are on the front lines there. But authorities at the search site stress the importance of those at the party to come forward. More teams.
We do not have any new leads, and that I can tell you is very frustrating for us. And so we'll reiterate that anyone.
I agree, Johnny. Caz and I've been saying that it was probably just like an accident, maybe a mean girl thing, maybe like a jump thing. I don't know, but I do not believe that they decided to hurt Kylie and plan it. But the weird thing is that we also have to remember that she was going to the car show that day. She went out with Mag, she went out with Kate, and did they convince her to go to the party because something was going to happen? Like, we really don't know.
No.
But I wish we could go back and like make Kylie go to the car show with her parents, but she was supposedly there the day before with Kate.
Please, anyone that was at the party that night, please come to law enforcement. Please go to the tip line. It is anonymous if they want to remain anonymous. We can't urge enough that people that were there know something. If you know something, please say something. Come forward about Kylie's disappearance.
Take a look here. This is the last known image of Kylie taken at a store in Truckee just after 6 p.m. before she went to that party. Kylie's parents, along with authorities, again, they're pleading with those who were there, who may have seen something, to come forward with that information. And Kylie's mom says the last...
Is that all they had to show was a cap to a Corona bottle?
Yeah, well, that was the one picture. I suppose they cleared a
But
lot
do
of
you
it.
ever wonder, like, where's all the evidence from the party? So you mean that 300, 200, 100 kids just stayed around and cleaned up all their garbage?
No, I'm
Okay,
not saying that.
even if they cleaned up their garbage, where's the garbage cans that it all went into? Where's the party evidence, the pictures, and not just the couple that we've seen and the girls in the car and stuff like that? Like, how do we even know that that was at the party that we're thinking that Kylie was at? There could have been a couple parties going on that night. We know there were.
This time she heard from her daughter was at the party when Kylie sent her a text saying she was getting ready to leave. And Lindsay, her mom, said she knew something was wrong. Kylie's mom and stepdad, Tony, spoke to me about their daughter, who she is as a person, how they're getting through these last week plus, going into 2 weeks, excruciating days, and those working countless hours to try to find their daughter. Tell me, Lindsay, what has it been like in terms of the authorities and who's involved now in the search?
We have, it seems like, a very extensive collaboration of local, state, and federal authorities that have been working together since at least Monday. The days are blending. Everyone should really be, everyone's on the same page. Everybody is working tirelessly and together. And from our standpoint, it's sorry, I'm bumbling. It feels good to see the connection and the collaboration between all of the different agencies that are here.
You know, Lindsay, I can't even put myself in your shoes. I'm thankful that you're speaking to us, and I hope we get this out there. And it must feel surreal, like you're floating here and not knowing what will happen next. Tony, this was a senior party, as I understand. We were talking earlier. Do any of the kids know anything? Are they speaking out?
Some of the kids are, some of the kids aren't. We're trying to get to the kids that aren't speaking, because they're the ones that have the story that we need.
And Tony, do you think, sorry to interrupt, do you think they do know more? Describe the community for those of us who don't know. Is it tight-knit? Like, does everyone know of people, at least if they didn't know exactly who it was? Because the party was, what, 200, 300 people?
Yeah, from my understanding, it was a really big party and there was people from all over. So it's, you know, as we are a small, tight-knit community, we are also easily accessed from a lot of other really big communities very easily. So with social media the way it is these days, it's very easy for anybody to find out where these kids could be hanging out.
Yeah, he's definitely, I don't have a bad vibe off him. He does seem a little bit younger than her. You go. Anyways, to go to the campground and only see a Corona tap, I don't know. Johnny Depp says that, see, I'm reading different information. Some people think she was abducted. I don't think she was abducted. I think she was abducted by Sammy. What do you think of that, Caz? The kid's not coming forward. Why don't they do like I keep telling them? Go do what Kylie's father did. Kaylin's father. What was her name? Crystal and Kaylin?
Yeah.
Kaylin.
Kaylin and Christina.
Her
Where he
father
put up the booth.
Yep, at the park, and he put papers and he put in like a tissue box or a little box where people could go and put tips in there to where they didn't want to be involved with the police.
Yeah. I thought that was an awesome idea that he did that.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Jacqueline,
Disney.
Teresa. Balmoral Springs. I wish I could see some proof. Why do you feel, though, like the FBI is not sharing the only video, supposedly, of Kylie there wearing that pink and white hoodie?
Well, like I said to you, I think because it has a fight, it's got something to do. They kept saying that they've got video of the fight. They said that. And I'm wondering, is the part of the video that they found with her and that pink hoodie, does it have that fight in the background?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think about that too. And I keep going back and I keep thinking hey, Raul, I keep thinking because of the fact that there was nothing seen and all the kids, like what she said earlier, who said earlier about all the Snapchatting. We've been saying that forever.
Mm-hmm.
300, 100 kids, and we can only pull out a little bit of video. And all the times are so locked in. 10:30 they get there. 10:30 his friends left. 10:30 this one goes. 12:30 the phone call was made. I mean, it's so what was going on between 10:30 and 12:30?
Yeah, because what I can't get my head around in a logical sequence is, if Kylie was so plastered and so off her chops, how could she coherently send a text to a mother that wasn't full of gibberish, and apparently wasn't, telling her mum that she was going to be leaving in 45 minutes, if she was so off her chops, falling down drunk? That tells me it wasn't Kylie who sent that message.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody else sent that message. Now, could it have been because they were trying to save Kylie's face as far as the mum was concerned, so they didn't know she was that drunk? I mean, there's so many questions that we need so many answers. And I understand law enforcement can't disclose too much because it can, inhibit the investigation. Totally understand that. But like you, they have let so little out to collaborate what they've said before. Like they should have just let out like a still frame, maybe, of Kylie wearing that, the timestamp of Kylie wearing that pink and white hoodie, which would have proven that she was at the party at this time wearing the hoodie. They could have blurred the background if there was anything nefarious in the background.
Exactly. So why not show us to let us, everyone speculating if she was even there, to show us that video? What is it about that video? I am honestly, and I'm not a conspiracy theory person, but I am honestly beginning to think that that video was sent in by somebody else. Maybe she was at that campground, but I'm not sure if it was sent, if she was, the video was taken that day. And we got two sweatshirts involved. Maybe the first sweatshirt was somebody that resembled Kylie, and they said that sweatshirt was loaned to her because they saw her at the beginning of the party. I don't know. And I'm starting to think that maybe Sammy and Mags and Kylie were all together going there.
Mm.
That Kylie and Mags didn't go, and Sam. I I saw them as soon as they got there at 10:30, and that was when the place started bumping. But you saw her as soon as she got there. So either you're obsessed or you just happen to be standing in a spot of 300 kids, 100 kids, and you just happened to see Kylie come through the crowd. And then we were seen together, and then we threw glow sticks, and we were just being kids.
And another thing that has me. Oh, hang on, Annie Lane. Annie Lane says, please someone get back to me immediately. The video.
Oh, sorry, hon.
It's all right, I forgive ya. I'll show it again. Please someone get back to me immediately. The video of plunder on August 15th, 7:08 timestamp. I saw a girl like Kylie get in that car. You're doing it to me again, woman. Stop it.
Sorry, it's my mouse is so sensitive.
I saw a girl like Kylie get in the car on August 6th. I know where she lives. Okay, Annie Lane, can you please email us at monkiemartruecrime@gmail.com? And I hope you've also sent this tip into law enforcement too, please.
Yes,
Please, that is
Anne Lane.
really important that you've done that.
Please email us that, and we will definitely show it at the end. I would like to see that. Okay, so let's. You
And
ready?
just before we go on, one thing that I have an iPhone, as you know, Ma, I have an iPhone, and I question the fact about this being turned off scenario. And someone said, well, if you drop it in water, it will automatically turn off. That is not true. I know this is going to sound gross, guys, but I've dropped my phone in the toilet accidentally, and my
I
phone didn't
remember.
turn off. My phone did not turn off. It was still working, floating in the toilet. And did I have to dry it out? Yes, I did. But it was still working. So it didn't automatically turn off. My location didn't turn off. It was just looking at me, floating in the toilet.
But now, if you're in a car, and God forbid, let's say that she happens to be at the bottom of Donner Lake or something, which I do not think that. I don't. It's such a bittersweet. You don't want her to be found. You just don't want her. You like want to hold on to that hope that you just don't want her to be found.
Yeah.
But if she went into the strange thing is that the time of the going back and forgetting what we went to the car for, and then, oh, that's right, she went back to text her mom. Now, why did Sammy have to put that in, that she went back to text her mom? Because I believe everything she adds in the weird narratives, I think it's because she's got to make sure that was in her initial story.
Yeah.
Ann Lane said the video on 8:15 at the 7:08 timestamp. So let's go ahead and finish listening to this, guys.
And Lindsay, tell us about the last communication you had with Kiely, your daughter. You were texting, right?
Yeah, we were texting. We text a lot throughout practice, through every day. We have a lot of communication between the two of them. The very last text that I got from her was at 11:30 the night of the party, saying that she was planning on leaving in about 45 minutes and would be heading home. One of the reasons even that she had sent that text then is because we had originally planned and agreed upon a 12:30 curfew for the night, and so leaving at 12:15 would have put her home at about 12:45 instead. And she is so good at always reaching out and checking in. That she did that just to let me know that she was just planning on being 15 minutes late.
Now that makes sense to me. I couldn't figure out the 45-minute time frame with a 16-year-old, but now it makes sense that she was coming off 15 minutes past her curfew. And what does that tell you? Hey, Chisme, that she's a good kid.
Yeah.
And and so you cannot be so inebriated that you have to, oh shit, I'm going to be 15 minutes late. I'm going to text my mom and let her know.
Exactly.
But who did text her mom? So let's just say Kiely did do that text at 11:15. So, and that phone was pinged at the, you know what? That's not true. They never talk about the 11:15 ping. They talk about her phone being there, and I have it on the note card. And let me just read it to get it exactly correct so I don't mess it up. The exact statement was, as far as the phone pings went, was right here, 14 on the note card. Kiely's mother, Lindsay, said the Independent Thursday that the family shared cell phone location data and could see their last location was the campground where the party was held at 12:03 a.m. So, 12:03. So now this is 40. What time did she text her? What time was that text her mom just said? 11:30?
11:30.
Okay. So this is 30 minutes after the text that she was leaving. So obviously now it's 15 minutes past the time that she was supposed to leave, but she's still at the campground with this phone, if it's Kiely. Then 30 minutes after that, an hour after she's supposed to be leaving the campground to go home, Snapchat data shows her cell phone in the same location around 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
At 12:30 a.m. is when, one second, let me open up my new timeline that this girl made on Twitter, and it is absolutely fabulous. I'll share it with you guys though in a minute, but I just want to get what they said, the exact time those campers said that the cars were leaving next door. Hang on one sec. It's opening. I can't see chat right now, guys, so Caz is in charge. My little
Oh
Kazaroo.
no.
So the exact time was campers David and Jennifer witnessed at 9:30 p.m. train of cars going to the party. So we know that something went on at that party because I don't think that these two campers are making this up. So at 9:30 they see the cars come in. We'll get into the mags things later because later on with this part. But then it says, where do they say that the people were leaving? Campers David and Jennifer say that the large group of cars leaving the party at 12:30 a.m. exactly 12:33. Kiely's phone is turned off, but make this make sense. Hang on, let me share this real fast.
See, with the data that they've now got from the geo warrant, I think they will be matching data, cross-referencing the whole kit and caboodle, but that will take time.
I just found a really big contradiction. Like, seriously, a really big contradiction. Okay, look at this. I really didn't want to say their last name, but I'm not the one. I didn't make this timeline. I am not doxing these people. This was off of Twitter. Okay, so look at this timeline real fast. So at 12 a.m., Elsa Pekarek sees Kylie. I do not know if that's true. I think that might be a decoy as a gaslight. 12:03 a.m., last location shared with mom at the campground. 12:25, last time Sammy sees Kylie. I was leaving. I gave her a hug, telling her I love her and goodbye, and for her to get home safe and be safe. But you're saying this after you found another ride because your friend was too drunk to drive home, so you're just going to leave her alone in the campground to find her way out of there. Okay. 12:30 a.m. The Snapchat data shows a ping in the same location at the campground. 12:30, they say a large group of cars leave. 12:33, Kylie's phone is turned off. Caz, read this next one at 12:36 and make this make sense for me.
Yes, I know. This has been discussed before. Sammy receives a call from Kylie asking
Well,
Sammy.
I get it, but I'm just now going over this timeline because I like to go over stuff with the group and talk about it together. Make
Sure.
that make sense because that's another serious contradiction.
Yeah. Sammy receives a call from Kylie asking Sammy if she needs a ride home. Sammy is in someone else's car at this time on her way home. Sammy states, when she called me, she was not in the car. I could hear the party and the people, many people talking in the background. Now, I do want to explain how cell phone data does work. There can be a lag in time frame, and this has happened to me. I've sent a message to my daughter at say 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, Caz.
No,
I get that, but I think that I don't know what was going on. Kylie's phone is turned off. The location was turned off. Sammy says that too. But so if all of that was turned off, hey Tommy C, hey Jess, I get that there's a lag, but but a 6-minute lag.
Well, it all depends on your carrier. Somebody asked a question in chat. How good is the cell phone coverage at the
Awesome. SF Investigate said that he has the best upload 4K speed for his video, that it was awesome cell connection. Hey, Tommy C.
But on the other hand, it depends on your carrier. We know, Ma, you and I have looked into this, that Verizon is the main
Yeah.
cell tower that covers the campground, and it's an older hill.
Yeah, I
And
get that.
if
We're going to
you're,
show that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
what I
but
don't get is this contradiction. 12:33, the phone is turned off, but 3 minutes later, Sammy receives a call. Do you think maybe she turned the phone back on and called her, and that's something that the FBI and the police aren't telling us?
that's a possibility.
We're going to get back into that timeline, but I want to finish this video, guys. That just stood out right then, so I had to share it. Weird. Hey, E. Jones. Hey, Coach Karen. Speaking of Coach Karen, did we ever get those emails, Caz, from?
Not really, no.
And you said, be careful, like all moms do. And how did she respond?
She said, I will, Mama, I love you.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
How, Lindsay, are you getting through the day? Is the focus on the search, of course? And like Tony said, I mean, there's so much with social media that hopefully you can piece together some of the pieces.
Yeah, I get through the days with the support of my community, my family, my friends, my faith, my hope. My knowledge that the reason that we have not found anything is not for a lack of resources or effort or want.
Lindsay, we've seen her image. The nation has seen Kylie. Describe her personality, what she's like.
Sad.
She's wonderful. She's funny and smart and tenacious, a little bit of a spitfire. She's everything that is wonderful about a teenage girl. She is turning into this strong woman with her own thoughts and convictions, and she's not afraid to share those. She is open and loving to everyone. I was just talking with somebody else about her her connection to so many people across the board, and whatever that is, she has so many interests that she can make quick connections with pretty much anybody that she meets almost immediately, whether it's talking about food and baking recipes, or it's about hockey, or it's about playing the violin, or it's about country music.
Wow. So she does like to bake, guys. Maybe her and Kate were actually making creme brulee. Maybe it's really not that. I don't think Kylie was smoking dabs. I don't know. Hey, Danielle. Yeah, he looks a little bit. I'm not even trying to focus on him, because if I didn't think Sammy was a little suspect in my mind, I would be looking at him like, what? Let me see what Tommy said. 1 second. Tommy, I lost my phone riding my motorcycle last week on the highway, logged into a PC with my email, and it showed me everywhere I traveled. Found my phone in just under 2 hours. Yeah, so you have your Google tracking on to where it tells you, like, you get home from a store and your Google pops up and it says, what did you think about the Food City? And you're like, what the hell? How did you know I was at the Food City? John Boy 83, she looks distraught. Yeah, she looks heartbroken. And honestly, the Anna Larson, her best friend, talking about how drunk. I want to know how Anna Larson knew that Kylie was inebriated. I want to know if she saw her or if Mags told her, because I don't understand how Mags could have seen her inebriated if she only stayed for 10 minutes after dropping her off the party and then she left. After five guys jumped her to do bong rips. Like, and you don't see one picture of one person holding a bong in their hand. Summer Wednesday. Yeah, I agree. She looks defeated. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. I would have I probably would have burnt down the Tahoe National Forest by now. Hello, Narm. I find it so weird that the general tone is that the parents were fully aware of their children being there at a party that was based on alcohol and drug use. Completely blows me away. What the hell, no. From what I'm gathering, it was just an end of the year school party for people to say goodbye for people that were leaving. But what I don't understand is, where's the pictures of, even before the party? Like, I would like to see a picture of her and Kate making creme brulee. Or the day before, a picture of her and Kate at the car show. We have video, we might be able to find them. Or why did she change her mind at the last minute to go to the party? Was she convinced to go to the party? Who was she at the store with at 6:08 p.m. on surveillance camera? Did she look like she was having a good time? No, Chisme, her mother is a lawyer and her father used to own a private investigating company, but I think the business is actually no longer in business. Caz can tell you. Bowery boy, only so many dabs 118-pound can do before going out. Dabs set you down for the lightweight. Yeah, I've never done a dab. Hey, Dennis H. I want to ask this boy a question in the chat. Okay, John Boy 83. Your name, John Boy, can you I'm not trying to sound naive, but maybe I'm a little naive. Can you explain to me the BOI in your name and what that exactly means to you? Like, what your name means? Ray Queen. Look like he's ready to pass out. curious what your name stands for. Okay, let's continue. Hello, Laura.
And take some cough medicine, sorry.
Welcome back. Yeah, the one picture of Kylie wearing the lei, and she looks really happy. She's got the cutest ears, Kylie. I'm pretty sure that's her stepfather next to her, considering the beard kind of resembles each other. All right, I'm going to continue this video. I got to use the little girls again.
Cars, yeah.
Wow.
Riding snowmobiles, going fishing and camping, going into the city, visiting museums.
Wow.
Yeah,
At 16 years old, what are her plans? I'm trying to picture myself at that age at this party. You never think anything could happen. Did she have plans the next day? And what did it look like after graduation? Were there plans leading up to that?
Yeah, so her plans, she did have plans for the next day. She was going to be going camping with 3 other kids. We had actually talked about even those plans on Friday morning, the last time that I saw her, that we checked in. And her plans for the future, because she has so many interests and passionate about so many things, really, her 2 primary interests and passions are science and music. And so, so she still is in the process of deciding if she wants to pursue a career in medicine, being a surgeon, or if she wants to pursue a career in music. And both of them, you know, we have been supporting her in just this journey of finding.
Does anyone know how long her parents have been separated and how long she has been with the stepfather? I don't get bad vibes off him. I just think he just looks like maybe his world has come crashing down. Like he probably can't even wrap his head around this. Did Kelly have plans to attend college while she was just talking about medical school or her becoming a musician? Was she already accepted to attend a certain school? I never heard. Was Kylie going off to Sierra College? I'm not sure, but I know that Sammy was going off to Irvine, but I do not know if she was going to go to the Irvine Law School or if she was going to the University of California in Irvine. That I was not sure of. I agree, Coach Karen. I agree. I just wondered how long these two have been together. He does look lost, Tommy. Bowery Boy surprised in this interview that the mom doesn't mention anything about the full ride scholarship at UC Santa Cruz. Okay, so she did get a scholarship to Santa Cruz. I thought I heard, yes, UCSC. Okay. Because I knew that Sammy was going away. Oh, you do, Jess? How long, Jess? All right, let's go ahead and finish this, guys, because I got a couple things I really want to show you.
What
I'm going to go
path forward will fulfill her most and her spirit as a human in life.
She just sounds like a wonderful person, as I know she is. And Tony, when the cameras aren't around, and are you piecing together kind of her closest friends? Have you been in contact with them? Are they giving you any hope here?
Yeah, we're all kind of giving each other hope. We got to lean against each other to get through this tough time.
Go ahead, Lindsay. Sorry.
Oh no, just yeah. Her dear friends are dear to us and dear to our heart and close. We're keeping, yeah, as Tony was saying, we're all staying close together right now and sharing love and sharing stories and sharing laughter and tears. And
I did read that there's kind of like a teen group, am I right, searching for her, like a group of teens. And I believe it was a local authority, who was saying that he found that promising.
Yeah, the teen response in this area, in our community, has been overwhelming. I think that these teenagers who are coming forward are doing so from this, well of courage that they're drawing from within themselves. And I think that that our youth deserve a lot of praise and recognition.
Well, I completely disagree with her right there because I don't think Sammy ever should have been involved in running that teen. What they should have done is they should have put an FBI agent or a cop that was like a teen to run the teen thing. Could have put misinformation, could have uploaded the video, maybe that she was at the campground wearing the pink hoodie or pictures that she was seeing in that other hoodie. Like, why are there two hoodies involved? Like, there's so it seems like everything pops out to fit Sammy's narrative. I agree, John Boy. John Boy, did you answer me about your name because I didn't see it? Okay, I'm going to finish this and watch for John Boy if he answered me.
That they're coming forward in a very courageous way. This is hard for everyone, and it's scary to do hard things. Sometimes it's scary to it's scary to face this head on,
Right.
and they are doing so like champions.
And I would say, just speaking to both of you, that you both are too. There are no words to really say. I hope that we get the word out here, and our love and thoughts are with you both. And we hope that Kylie comes home soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.
I don't get a bad vibe off the stepfather at all, Caz. What about you?
No, I didn't either.
Just kind of got a little mountain man look going to him. Hello, Cosmic Dreamer. So 1 second, Caz. So I asked about Just Boy because he spells his name. I'm gonna change the comment and please put it back 1 sec, Caz. Just Boy. You see how he spelled John Boy? See how he spells his name?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him because I wondered what the BOI meant. He says that it's slang for boy because sometimes when you Googled it with the slang, it means like the LGBT community for a girl that's what did it say? Kaz got it. I'm so old. It was a slang word for a female that dates girls, right? But she has more of a boy appearance.
Correct.
Is that what we got out of that?
Yeah, something like that.
So I wondered if John Boy was maybe, I don't know. I'm putting my foot in my mouth right now. Okay, let's move on. Let's go back to this first interview with Sam and Mags when Mags was crying. Let me mute this ad. 1 second, guys. Let me get past this ad. Okay. I'm already sharing. Okay. Okay, so this was when Mags and Sammy at the very beginning. Let's watch Mags for a minute because I'm getting ready to tell you something that I figured out about Mags and Sammy.
On for a missing 16-year-old amid fears she's been abducted. Kylie Rodni was at a party at a campground near Lake Tahoe last Friday night.
You see this video
along
right
with
there?
As many as 300 other young people. Kylie texted her mom around 11:30. 300 other young people.
Let's go back right here. Let me slow this down for what closed captions. Jesus God, I think I might have smoked a dab and I don't even know. All right, let me go slow for a second through this video of this supposedly at the party.
Party at a camp. Rodni was at a party at a campground near Lake Tahoe last Friday night, along
I did see one guy in that video holding a red sippy cup.
with as many as 300 other young people. Kiely texted her mom around 11:30 p.m. to say she'd be leaving the party soon. She never made it home. Her car is also missing, along with her cell phone and credit cards, which have not been used.
This will be the search group over here.
Sammy Smith was at the party with Kiely and is one of the search coordinators. What time did you last see her?
The last time I saw Kiely was around 12:25 in the morning of the party. I was leaving and I gave her a hug, telling her I loved her and goodbye.
Not 12:30, not 12:15, not 12:20. It's 12:25. I love the time frame, Caz. It's like I think they put out like a memo of the exact timeline that we have to follow.
Yeah.
And guys, yeah, here we go.
Bye for her to get home safe or be safe.
Do you think that your friend was abducted?
I think there's a definite chance of it.
Mags Larson is another of Kiely's friends who was at the party.
I need her to come home and I need us to find her.
I also spoke with Kiely's mom, Lindsay, who says there's no way she's run away. If she's
Find her.
I also spoke with Kiely's mom, Lindsay, who says there's no.
You know what? Kind of looking back on that Mags thing, I don't know. I don't know if those were tears of just, I don't know. Hey, Chip D. Oh, don't say that. Marjorie, hello. She says the mom don't make sense. She's talking a matter of fact, not baby missing. Her home time, bed, ex waking time, curfew, time all weird. No proof of large party on that night. I agree. Hello, Teresa Quickster. But I don't know. Do you feel like Mags is being now knowing what we know now, going back to that Mags video cast? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. My opinion really hasn't changed on that, really, to be honest with you. It's remained the same. I don't know how invested Mags as a best friend really is.
Yeah, there's so many like I mean, if everything went down the way that Sammy said it went down, then there should be so much more information that we could definitely say this time, that time she left. But the only thing that you can prove was at that campground, besides an earlier video, if that was the day of the party, in that pink and white hoodie, is a couple of cell phone pings. So what did her cell phone? So why are they not telling us when she texts her mom at 11:30? Why are we not hearing about that cell phone ping?
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, you tell us about the other pings, so why are we not talking about the phone call, the text to her? Now we're going to go real quick into her father's when he spoke at the rec center. Let's see.
The intensifying search for a missing 16-year-old California girl who vanished after a campground party. Police are treating this as a possible abduction, have released a new image of the teenager just moments before she vanished. Veronica Miracle from our sister station KABC in Los Angeles has the latest. Good morning, Veronica.
Good morning, George. Investigators believe someone knows something. They're asking anyone with information to come forward. Kylie's father now begging the community for help.
She is this community. She is your daughter, too.
Overnight, Daniel Rodni speaking out for the first time since his 16-year-old daughter Kiely went missing after going to a party with hundreds of other teens at a campsite near Lake Tahoe.
This is your kids. These are the parties your kids are going to. We need answers. Please, anything. Please, I need you.
Police releasing one of the last known images of Kiely, authorities desperately searching for leads in her possible abduction. Investigators say the Northern California teen was seen on surveillance camera visiting a local business just after 6 p.m. on Friday. She disappeared just hours later.
We're trying to find out exactly what happened at this point.
The father is correct. Hey, Sheila. The father is correct. These are parties that your kids are going to. I mean, maybe there's no information and maybe the kids are coming forward, or because maybe there's nothing to come forward about. Maybe it's just all there.
Mm.
All right. So there's a girl. Have you guys seen Amy Skinner? She's a native of, well, a local of Truckee. She was talking about going out there the other day. Let me share my screen. I thought this was actually kind of interesting. Caz, I have to use the little girl's room. Do you think you could talk for a minute?
Oh, if I have to.
Hello, Nancy. Nancy is agreeing with Sheila. What did Sheila say? I think Mags has been doing meth because of her skin. That's not acne. I'm not judging, but I know that look. Oh. Should I show them? Should I show them the picture?
Oh no, please! I couldn't go through that one again.
It will
no,
keep.
it haunts me.
I know, but it will keep all the kids off meth.
Yeah, it'll keep me off my
I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute.
I don't know, to be honest, Sheila, for the simple reason is, and I don't know because I've never done any drugs like that. The only drug I used to do was alcohol, but I haven't drank in so long I can't remember the last time. She only has those blemishes on one side of the face, not on the other. And I might be wrong, I would have thought you would have got blemishes on both sides of your face. Hey, I could be wrong. I don't know. We have had a look at a lot of photos, and the ones Mark was talking about that gave me nightmares for days afterwards. And the sores of people that do things like that are on both sides of the faces and all over the face, to be exact. So I don't know if it's actually that. Does she do some form? Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Hey, Rule. Now, I've got a thing about this car that Mar's got on. This is Kylie's car, and teens do break out. Absolutely.
I'm back.
She's back.
Go ahead, Caz. I'm going to show you a picture, though, real quick.
Yeah, this car of Kylie's, Sammy said in one interview that it had a sunroof. And I brought this up before. I did a check on Kylie's car, and it was bought secondhand. And the person that sold the car to Kylie, in the specifications of the car for that VIN number from the person who sold it, there is no sunroof on that car. So I don't know where Sammy got that from, unless Kylie had a sunroof installed after it was purchased. There is a possibility.
Yeah, why? Yeah, because Caz did go into the VIN number. Hey, Jess. Hey, hippie mama. My mom, hippie mama. My mom's nickname is Miss 60 Hippie. Like that's what she uses, like her email and stuff. Miss 60 Hippie. Well, a while ago, but now she's I'm not sure she remembers being a Miss 60 Hippie.
No.
Hey, DL Brig. So
Sorry,
yeah, Sammy did say that there was a sunroof on the car. You're absolutely correct. So why didn't someone come out and clarify that there is no sunroof on this car?
Oh, thank you very much, Sheila, for supporting the channel like that. That's really awesome.
Thank you, Sheila. Guys, Sheila, if you ever want to come up and talk, you don't have to show your face or tell us about the addiction or mag skin. I don't know, but listen, this is what I'm going to show you real quick. Close your eyes, Caz.
Oh.
Please, If anyone is thinking about doing meth, or you have friends that do meth, or do a screenshot and share this picture, because this is going to be the zombie takeover if too many people get on meth. Hey, Charlena. You can't even make this up. Look at how beautiful she was. Look at what this drug does to you.
It's horrendous. And this was in a very short period of time.
Ooh, a couple of years.
Mm.
Okay, let's get into this girl's very good. So what else you want to talk about the car? I mean, there is snow on top where the sunroof would be, but Caz did say she ran the VIN number. And another thing, this car was a 2013 model. They did not offer any of the OnStar tracking GPS until 2014. Hey, Grandma D. It doesn't matter. She should have had her phone on her. Her phone should be okay. She should have been leaving the party. Her friend Sam should have never, even if Sam, if it went down the way Sam did, which I don't agree with that. Why would you even say, like, why would you even, are you that dumb that you're going to tell the whole entire world that you left a 16-year-old girl at a party that you put together because she was inebriated, to go find a different ride home and talk about, oh, she's smart enough, she won't drive, maybe she'll just spend the night. But you knew she texted her mom at 11:15 saying she was going to be leaving. Why would you say that? Like, you are really a shitty friend, Sam, even though that's not how it went down. But even for her to say that,
yeah,
because she's trying to keep the narrative of her being so messed up that she just got lost. Okay, I found this post interesting. So Amy Skinner comes on and she says, I am local to Truckee. I drove past a positivity today, and just to report back, this is 10 hours ago. It is heavily populated neighborhood with lots of activity and really nowhere to hide. Anything other than a garage. In addition, I am sure most of the residents have checked their security cameras, door cams, etc. So let's not put any emphasis on what the psychic is saying. I also paddled ashore on the south side of Prosser Reservoir today. I also drove in a 4-wheel drive truck on the northern part of the reservoir and through the sanctuary. Here are the photos. Please notice that the shoreline is very muddy and everything gets stuck in it, especially a car. What I also noticed was there is no direct path from the sanctuary to the water. So for me, I am ruling out this being an accident. Someone would have to have intentionally driven the vehicle down to the water, and even so, there was not enough shoreline to get enough speed to project the vehicle far enough into the water to be able to sink. Please also notice that the shoreline is more shallow than it is 2 weeks ago. In addition, if you wanted to walk down to the water from the sanctuary, you would have to do it with intention. You couldn't just wander off, just like you couldn't just have driven off into the water. Getting to the water from the sanctuary would have been an effort. My opinion is there is no accident where she drove off into the water because there are no clear spaces for the car to drive from the sanctuary into the water, as it is heavily wooded and would have hit a tree way before hitting the water. After visiting the area and looking closely, I feel like the car left the campground at Prosser Reservoir. So make sure it opens up on the share screen. Yep. So video has no sound. So let's see what this is.
It's just Amy on.
So look at how muddy that is.
Yeah.
Like cement. Like cement. Like, you're gonna go in there, and I'm telling you, the weight of your car. It's like Butterfly Lake in Florida off of the turnpike. I used to ski on that lake. I'm telling you, if you would try to take off on the water skis and anything less than 2 feet of water, your skis would be dragging and you would be eating that water face first. It's clay. It's just like thick liquid concrete. So you would really have to maybe even hit a ramp
Just before that message that was up there, someone someone was asking, who's the real MonkieMar up there? Well, they just thought you was Ma. Well, Monkey is MonkieMar. Monkey is Ma's dog, and Ma is Ma, and Ma
Yeah.
created the channel MonkieMar.
Well, the story went is I created this channel for my Chihuahua. He's now 13 years old. And I never planned on having a channel, guys. I am a barber. That's what I do. But I was asked one day, I had asked the creator if they would cover a story for somebody that reached out to me whose mom went missing. And that creator told me that the lady was not pretty enough or young enough, so she wouldn't run the story. So my first video was on Elizabeth Thompson. And that's how I started.
Charlena. Sorry, Charlena was the
Hello,
person who asked.
Charlena. So she's showing pictures out there that day, and I do not know if this is the lady that was fighting with Ickmill. But if I was Ickmill, I would definitely probably go into hiding for like a week, and I would no longer entertain any of this Ronnie situation.
It's ridiculous.
They're beautiful out there.
Mm.
But I mean, do you see like that? I mean, if you were to even say, okay, that looks like tracks back on the back end, you can see, oh, people will say, oh, look at those are tracks, those are tracks. But
Yes,
I mean, it's like
Charlena, it is.
it's
That's
like a
Monkey
beach,
Mar's
right?
picture.
Yes, that's my picture on the bottom. That's MonkieMar. And then the real monkey is a 13-year-old, 3-pound applehead chihuahua.
She's a cutie pie.
Yes, she's a good girl. So could you imagine, like I'm telling you, back in the day when I was younger and water skiing, like I used to go skiing on the Rio Grande from Lake Havasu to Laughlin. And I'll tell you what, if you fell off in the Colorado River, it was a long wait until they got to Laughlin, turned around to get you. But lakes like this, like we would build a ramp on the shore, and these are the perfect lake shorelines just to catch that ramp going into the water on the skis, you know,
Mm.
or a boogie board, or a knee board, or a wakeboard. But I can't imagine a car. Ah, you call your husband Monkey? I can't imagine a car going so fast to where, because remember the middle's 50 feet deep. So the question is how far do you have to walk through the shoreline before you actually hit 50 feet? The car had to have been flying. It had to have flown off the tree line to get into the middle of this reservoir.
Mm.
Do you agree or no?
Oh, yeah. And from what everybody said who've been down to the lake, said you couldn't even walk a few feet because of the mud.
Right?
You get
Look at this.
sucked in.
I mean, look at how thick. I mean, it's like over watered down concrete. I mean,
Mm.
so then we saw that one. We'll go into this one. I mean, it's beautiful out there. Look at that.
Charlene, we won't tell your husband that you told us that you call him Monkey. And don't tell my husband I call him Captain Fumblenuts.
Now, this picture is interesting. So, you mean to say that if a car came down this area that it would not ruin the rivets in the dirt? I mean, or am I just completely crazy?
If it came down that, I think it would become airborne because that is quite a decent. Well, looking from that picture, it looks like it's a decent height. It's come down. It could just be the camera angle.
Mm-hmm. It looks
If
pretty
it's,
shallow right there, though.
it does. It does.
But if
If
it did
it,
come down there, you're absolutely correct. It would have definitely have caught some air, but you
oh
would have
yeah.
seen those push-off marks on the
Oh,
top where it was
absolutely.
getting ready to fly. I
Absolutely.
just, I honestly, I just don't believe that out of all these lakes, and I've got it all mapped out to show you guys. Let me just see what she's. Yeah, look at that. Okay.
Karen Williams. Hang on a minute. Karen Williams. They found her?
Wait a second. Oh no, I can't do it, Caz. My heart, I feel so hot.
Okay. Okay. I'm going. Hang on a minute. I'm going to Facebook now. Oh my God.
Wait
It's
a second,
14 inches of what?
guys.
Hang on a minute. My hands are shaking.
I can't even, I just got hot all of a sudden.
Oh my God. Hang on. I've got a mic down. I'm starting to cry.
Oh my gosh. Let me go to his Facebook page real fast. I got it right here. Wow. I can't.
Hang on a minute. Whose Facebook page was that on, sweater?
It's on the Adventures Unknown, I think.
Adventures with a Purpose.
I'm shaking right now.
Oh.
I mean, like shaking. It was on their Facebook. I'm here on Facebook right now. Oh, I can't. I can't even think of what I'm doing right now. Like I'm on Facebook and I can't even figure out where to go. I feel hot. I got the page. Hang on, I'm here. Here comes Matt. Matt's got us. Matt's got us. Matt's got us.
Hey, Matt.
Okay.
Oh, where'd he go?
I don't know.
Matt,
where
come back.
Okay, I'm on the Adventures fan group. So where is the regular one? Here it is.
I've got the regular one. I can't find it.
I was just, you know what? Let me go on my history. I was just on his page this morning. I followed him, the one with the red beard. Hang on one second. I'm shaking.
Me too.
Oh, missing Carl. Here we go. Kiely Rodni. What is his name? Doug Bishop?
Yeah.
All right, I got his page up. Here's what I'm seeing so far. I'm seeing on his page, on his Facebook page, I see 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. We started in trucking and have been able to clear everything in trucking, including Boca Reservoir and many spots in between. Matt, your device is not connected.
There's a conference.
20. I'm not looking at where I'm supposed to be seeing this. Let me go back with Adventures with a Purposes page. We just found Kiely Rodni. Car is upside down in only 14 feet of water. We
Here
have
we
confirmed
go. Here we go. I've got it. I've got it.
I've got it. It's on the screen right now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just.
We just found Kiely. Car is upside down in only 14 feet of water. We have confirmed Kiely is inside. Family notified. Law enforcement is on their way. Prosser Lake,
Oh,
only a
I'm
few
shaking.
hundred yards from the campground. More updates to follow. I can't, guys.
Oh, this is so sad. Oh my God.
Oh my God. How is that fake news with Adventures with a Purpose?
Who said that's fake news?
Please. Well, let's check out this page.
And the family's been notified.
He's got 13.4 million followers 10 minutes ago.
And it's on Kiely Rodni's official Facebook page too.
Makeup by Rocky, Johnny Depp. Well, guys,
It's on.
14 feet of water. I am not. Oh my God, I am like so gonna start crying. You know what? I just can't imagine. I mean, did she drive her car in there? Did someone drive her car in there? I just don't even want to speculate. I am totally waiting now for law enforcement to come out with the facts. And Kylie, my God, may you rest in peace. And my prayers and thoughts go out to her family. Oh, guys, I just can't. Just unbelievable. Wow. Kylie has been found. Bittersweet.
So sad.
Yeah,
Oh my
very
gosh.
sad. And Prosser Lake. Let's go onto maps real quick. I want to see this lake. Well, the other news I had for you guys that I really don't want to say is that I found it interesting that I found out that Mags and Sammy has been living on the same street together, 3 houses apart for many years, and I was going to talk about their matching necklaces, but I can't even think anymore.
Oh, it's irrelevant now, isn't it?
Wow. Prosser Lake.
It's so sad.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Matt, we've got it, darling. Oh. It all depends if her windows were wound up. I mean, it's
I
going to
can't
be.
believe it. I can't believe it.
I'm absolutely floored.
You know what? I mean, shit. I can't even find Prosser Lake on fucking Google's maps, and I'm shaking. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm glad that
Well,
it was sooner than later, but I really didn't want her.
why didn't I
They
mean?
are amazing, amazing adventures with a
Adventures for the
purpose.
Purpose are truly, truly amazing. But what I don't understand is if it was that close to where the campground was, why didn't law enforcement with their sonar pick it up if there's only 14 feet of water? Why?
Exactly. How? And they went over with the dogs and everything. Like, why wouldn't something be able to? I mean, is this Prosser Lake? Because this says Prosser Creek Reservoir, but this is the lake, right?
Yeah.
It's what comes up when I put it in.
Yeah.
And so we know that supposedly the party was through here. Some other people were talking about that they came out into this area. So we all know. Go, will you stop popping up? We all know that you leave the campground, you get onto this 89 to the 80, and she ended up in the lake. I mean, how? But like, if you're following the roads, that like, how do you end up in the lake? Driving drunk without hitting a tree or something.
Oh.
Hey, Pamela Smith. I'm brokenhearted. Hey, Karen Williams. Hey, Reese Place. Hey, my God, TM lies about donations. TM lies about I think I know who that is. Wow. Right, Veronica, dear God is right. Slim Hauser, her poor mother. I just can't even. Hey, Isaiah.
Fox 3 News have just.
Hey, Gemma. You want to go ahead and share it?
Yeah.
Hey, Jan Fritz. I think we should all
So
take
prayer
a
for the
moment.
family and
Yeah, you can
oh
share it, Caz.
yeah, okay,
I just don't understand how you go on a road and you get through those trees and end up 14 feet in a lake unless you were like, I mean, pure luck if you were that inebriated. Something still doesn't add up with me. Amen, Deborah. Prayers for the family. I'm going to mic down for a second and compose myself.
Okay. Is there a video attached? No, it's just not. Rescue team Adventures with Purpose have reportedly found her inside her vehicle in 14 feet of water. I'm going to find this really hard to get through. I apologise. Her car was upside down in only 14 feet of water. We have confirmed Kylie was inside.
You know what? The only thing I can think of. Oh gosh, what is that? Is that? Are you giving us naked pictures to make us laugh?
Sorry,
But
it's
you know
not
what? I'm
me.
thinking like if the car is upside down in 4 feet of water, like maybe it
It's
drove
slick.
in and that
It's
mud
rolled.
drop, it just hit those front tires like to a dead stop and brought the back end over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is only a few hundred yards from the campground. As the search for Kylie entered its second week, authorities with the Place Campbell Sheriff's Office conducted a comprehensive operation. Oh, they're just talking about the SOs on Thursday. It is not thought that the suspect, again, they're just talking about the SOs. It's got nothing to do with Kylie. They're just going over about.
We don't have to go into details, Kaz. It's too hard. I understand she was found, but still, it doesn't. Something still does not add up with all of the. Just something's not right. And we honestly, from what her mom said, and I mean, Kylie would not. I don't think she would honestly have driven home drunk. What was she doing?
Well, I hope
Taking
to God she didn't. The only thing that's going through my head now was
unless she was doing that Snapchat and trying to drive.
Yeah. Was she trying to text like she's done so many times before? And I said that's naughty. I've said that before. That it's naughty to try.
But how do you get? Let's go back and look again. Let's go down here. How do you get past the trees?
Well, I think she may have just taken one turn this way. Instead
Okay,
of
so
turning left from where.
Here's the boat launch going in here. And the only break in the tree line, well, we don't know where she was found. I'm sure once we know
No.
where she was found, but there's really no break in the tree lines except for right. And if they were partying over here and she was trying to get out of there, I mean, that makes sense because there are no trees over here and there's no trees
see
here.
It being there. I really can't. Personally, I can't see it.
You see that road, how it ends, and there's no tree lines down there at the end of that little, like the little peninsula thing right there.
That area of water where you're showing now isn't very deep at all. So I'm just absolutely.
Because the rest of it is just a complete tree line except for the boat ramp and this area right where the roads happen to be. I mean, what did she? I mean, she could have thought this was the road and just drove straight into the lake.
Oh, excuse me.
Or somebody drove her car in the lake. This is horrible. Dennis M says, happy but sad. I was hoping she would be alive. That appears to never going to be the reality. I agree. It's very sad. Yes, Bella, she has been found. Yep.
I mean, this
sad.
Is the worst possible. I mean, I was really holding out. I know it's cost a lot of money for the law enforcement to look and all the resources that were being used, but in my heart, I was kind of hoping that she just pulled a prank and she was out there somewhere, you know. I was kind of hoping that was going to be the outcome. This is the worst outcome that could possibly have happened. She's 16. She's got a whole. Oh, she had a whole.
But why did Sammy leave her? Like, still, something's not right in my mind. Still, something's just.
I just hope conscience is playing havoc.
If she was so drunk at 11:15 when why wouldn't she have just called her mom and said, "Mom, I'm a little buzzed or something's wrong. Can you come to the campground and get me?"
But that's why I personally think she didn't realise just how.
But then how did
alcohol involved?
Hey, Sally. But how did she text her mom so coherent?
I don't know.
And then drive her car into a lake.
It's just so
exactly,
so
Pamela.
bizarre.
Something still doesn't sit right with me. It's just not getting it. Something's still not just sitting right with all of Sam's inconsistencies in the beginning.
Veronica, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
Well, Charlena, they say in one of the news from Placer County Sheriff's, they say that, I'll read it again for you. It's right here. Poor Kiely. She says that Lindsay said to the Independent Thursday that the family shared cell phone location data and could see at their last location was the campground where the party was held at 12:03 a.m. And then the Snapchat data shows her cell phone in the same location around 12:30 a.m. But if Sammy and she was leaving at 11:15 a.m. and then at 12:33 she was not in the water yet, if that Snapchat was, and then after that it went off, so something's still not right. It's just something's still not right with me. Because even if the car went into the water and 14 feet of water, I don't think the phone would have been completely submerged in water and out that quickly after that. Something's not right. Something is not with me, sitting right with me. It's not adding up somewhere in my spidey sense. It is, Bella. 14 feet is very shallow. 14 feet is very shallow. My gosh, you could be on those boats with all of those rescue teams prior with a paddle and probably feel the car. Like, what in the world? How could you not? Why was she not found earlier?
Yeah, because law enforcement with their own dive teams and everything went around that area.
Oh, they sure did. They sure did. I got the videos of them out with the dogs on the boats.
How did they not see the car? I mean, although in saying that, the lake has come down around 3-4 feet, so it would have been around the 20-foot mark 2 weeks ago. But even 20 feet, they were using sonar.
We will, John. Well, she is a minor, so that might be hard. They were using sonar. I don't know. Something is not. I mean, why was all the inconsistencies with Sammy and the bong rips and something? There's still something just not right. Something, and the phone going off exactly after that last Snapchat. I mean, what did she do? A Snapchat from the water? I mean,
yeah, Charlene, adventures for the purpose are amazing.
Hey, Ray Bird.
Congratulations.
Yeah, me too, Ray Bird. And and before all of this happened too, Caz and I were talking earlier, and with the matching necklaces that Sam and Mags wore, and how close they actually lived. I mean, they grew up on the same street, 3 houses away. Mags and Sammy. But I just don't get why Sammy left.
I agree with you, Shredder. Ryan Church has got a lot of apologising to do.
Ooh. Exactly, Raybird. Exactly. How would the kids not hear her vehicle hit the water? I'm still sure that something went on. I'm telling you, this is not right. Something's not normal. That she
If
got through the timeline, the trees, hey Nayfolk, and she just
exactly,
drove right into the water, 14 feet in, and nobody has found her.
because can you imagine? I mean, when when you have a little ding, there's enough noise. But if for it to get into 14 feet of water with the muddy banks, it's got to have travelled some distance to get into 14 feet. So it's got to have had a decent sounding crash when it hit that water. That amount of metal hitting the water would have made a loud. And like, surely the music wasn't blaring that loud to overcome, unless up at the sanctuary is it's too far. If it is the mile distance to where the boat ramp is to where the sanctuary is, I don't know. Oh my god! I'm so, I'm I'm absolutely floored. Um, well, Jacqueline, that's a good question. We won't know if she was alive when the car hit the water or not. That will all come out with the autopsy, if it will ever be disclosed or not. Again, she's a
As
minor,
droughts
so it
get
might be
worse, it's
sealed.
clear.
I'm just absolutely, I'm in shock. I'm seriously in shock. That's a long gag, Mark.
I'm Jordan Segundo.
I mean, YouTube is going berserk at the moment with this. Absolutely berserk.
You see what that says? They were on there. The search crew spent the weekend in the water at Prosser Lake looking for any possible signs. I
Yeah,
mean, in the water, dive teams, this team, boats, sonar. How did they not find her in 14 feet of water? What if she was? I'm not even going there right now.
yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, you know I'm going down that rabbit hole. Hey, Miss Tia, what if she was put into the water after?
That isn't a post, but like I said, that the time
Hey, Five Dog.
of when she passed will come out during the autopsy.
Well, Miss Tia, she's actually in her car upside down in 14 feet of water. So she is in the car. But if God forbid it was an accidental overdose, and we can go back to that situation and the cover up, somebody could have put the car in drive, right? And just, right? I mean, do you think, hey, Elisa Casada, do you think that maybe if the passenger windows were down, that maybe somebody could have like went in and hit the gas from the driver's side? Maybe that's why she was slipping on what side of the car she was on. I don't know. Something doesn't add up. Sammy's story was too weird with all the inconsistencies and the things that she came out and said. It was just too overkill. Hey, Sam Dope.
I'm just reading one article. It said there are multiple roads that lead. Oh no, it's not. I'm just hoping to see if there's, because in this article it doesn't say it's in Prosser Lake.
Well, but at least we know now that she was not at Chipmunk Mountain.
Yes.
Why do you think though that let me show that. I thought that was kind of interesting that these girls wear the same necklace.
I don't. I mean, they're not supposed to be besties, but that's something besties do.
Yep, but they do. They wear the same necklace, and then this was a picture of her and Jesse. But let me find and the picture of her and Jagger. But rest in peace, Kylie. I'm just sad. But I want to show you this map real quick.
So it can't. I don't think it's where she was found is 16 minutes away.
Wait, 16 minutes away from where?
From where the party was.
What? They just said it was a couple yards away.
No, it says.
Can you show us? Can you share, please?
Sure, darling.
I can't even imagine, Bella.
Right.
I can't even imagine. I would have to be sedated. Like I know I would have to be sedated. Like hooked up to a sedation machine. Hey, staff grabber. Hey.
Okay, so there. It says here, the search location is a bit unusual as it's 16 minutes away from the campsite. Bishop could not elaborate on the team's decision to search the Donner Lake.
And that was the lake that was on the way. So let me share my screen again. Donner Lake is actually the lake that she would have had to have gone by on her way home.
Correct.
And Donner Lake is right. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yep. So this is Donner Lake right here. And then we know that she was living off of, where's that one road? Here it is. And it was right, was it before the lake or after the lake, that road that turned down that she lived on Cold Stream or something?
Cold.
Let me just find the map. I want to show you guys.
We just found out it wasn't near the camp. It's 16 minutes away from the campsite.
That's even more suspect.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me find that. Let me just open up one more thing and then we're going to wrap it up after this. But I want to show you guys a map that I made earlier. I found interesting.
Of any changes that come up.
Horrible. Where did I put that link? Absolutely horrible. I'm sad.
Absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. Her mum and her dad, I mean, I can't even imagine what they're going through at the moment.
I couldn't even imagine. All right, here we go. Share my screen. All right. I'm sad. So something still feels out of place.
Oh, Donna, Radio says Donna Lake was cleared early today. She was found. Well, okay. 200 yards from the campsite is not 16 minutes away.
No, so I don't know what's going on with that, but.
And she wasn't actually at the campsite per se. They were offered up a bit and on the dirt road is where the sanctuary where the party was held. They weren't actually in the campground itself. The campground is where they held the where Grandpa's RV was, where they had the command center, the recreational center.
Well, here's Donner Lake. These were all the areas that Adventures with a Purpose said that they were going to check. And then that one girl that was talking about the Chipmunk Mountain, that you would get there through the French Meadows, but none of that matters anymore because she was found. But what I did find interesting is that, let's go down here to this little neighborhood real quick. Come on.
Yeah,
So this
Dennis,
street right here, this street. This is the same street that Mags and Sammy live on. A couple houses away from each other. Yep. And they wear the matching necklaces. Something to me is still off. I just don't know what it is. But this is the road. They live 3 houses apart, Sammy and Mags. And remember too is that Mags said that she became friends with Kiely because their moms were friends, and that was 9 years old. They went to camp together. Hey, Patty and Pink. Yeah, poor Kiely has been found in 14 feet of water, upside down. It makes no sense. Hey, Too Tall Rob. I mean, does it make sense to you, Caz, or do you feel that she just?
I'm in too much shock at the moment.
I get it, but do you just honestly feel like she just was too inebriated and she just drove her car into a lake or off the road with absolutely no signs of the FBI?
For an accident of that magnitude to happen, there would have been evidence of a car crashing through trees or brush being severely disturbed.
Exactly.
I'd need to see where the car is. Now they found her, like exactly where it is, which it will crop up. It will crop up. If it's off the boat ramp, well, then I can understand her flying down the boat ramp and there wouldn't be any crash site.
Okay, but how
But
could
if
she
it's
be at
not
the
off,
boat ramp if you're talking about she's 14 minutes away? It can't be at the boat ramp.
well, if she's coming from the sanctuary, yes, depending on which route she took, because from the sanctuary to the actual boat ramp, it is a fair distance, and you can't do any speed. It's slow driving. I mean, you saw SF drive his truck. I mean, it was slow driving to go from the sanctuary to the road. It took him 12 minutes to just go to the road. Well, to get to the boat ramp, you've got to turn right on into the campgrounds and follow that road round to the boat ramp. So yes, it could take that time from the party, but
I don't know. Something's still off to me, but I am going to let's go ahead and wrap this up and let's just
yeah, there
pray
will
for
be
her
a press
family.
release. I know there will sometime today, I would say.
Yeah, Sam, her house is 16 miles, 11 or 12 miles, but it takes about 30 minutes to get there because of the roads. And I can understand that completely. I mean, it takes me an hour to go 36 miles to my friend's house. That's 36 miles away. But because I live in mountains and the winding roads and 40 miles and 25-mile turns, it takes a while to get there. Yeah, Ray Bird, something's just not right. If the interviews would have been normal and not all of the over exaggeration and this and that and blah 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 and no pictures, like still, how come we can't even see a picture of her? Something is not right. I can feel it. But on that note, thank you, Kazaboo.
Thank you, Mara. I need to.
Hello, Jennifer Nobles.
I need to get my blood pressure down because it's skyrocketing at the moment.
EW999. You can just Google Kyle Rodni and it's coming up right on Google in the updates. It's like 5 articles out already. But I'm going to wait until we get that newscast at the scene that could actually tell us and show us where she was. Hey, a Wendigo. All right, Matt. Thank you for all your behind the scenes work. You know, I love you so much. Caz, love you, Kazaroo.
Love you too,
My little
Swallow.
kangaroo. Everyone, have a great rest of your Sunday. Please stay vigilant and keep your baby safe. And may Kiely Rodni rest in heaven, and prayers to her friends and family. Hey, Sea King, I see you. Caz,
Bye,
thank you.
Penny.
I will
Bye,
call you
Jess.
Monty.
And Lisa. Okay, done.
Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Please, just all as I ask is if you give me a thumbs up on your way out. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.